Hey everybody, I hope you are all going well and welcome in this new episode of Geno Live. Everything I touch today ends up in bugs, so I hope that today's live gonna be a bit less bumpy than my day. But yeah, let's try to do our best. So today we're gonna continue to develop our ICP-to-Cycles swap with some serverless function, and we're gonna follow up to last episode where we had some remaining question and issue that we needed to solve, and then we now progress iterating, right? Okay, so if there is no particular question, as always, you can ping me anytime. I don't know if you remember last episode, if you were here, but we had an issue that here on the front-end side I was trying to use bigint, and then on the serverless side I was trying to decode my data, but then we had some issue because bigint were not converted, and then we had some hiccup. Like actually we can actually try to do that. Like if I redo this and set a bigint, okay, if we try our system, I think that we will end up with an error. So let's give it a try. I connect the wallet. I will swap a small amount. Alright, submitted. And here we have there is a new swap request. Okay, maybe it's because 2 seconds. Yeah, it's always hard to try to redo an error. It's maybe because I did not yet deploy it. So let's try to build our backend. And I think we added a function here last week to deploy locally. So here I'm deploying the serverless function. What's my password? Of course. Yeah, 2 seconds. It's because I have to build the CLI to, that's a bit particular, right? To hit the local environment. Yes, okay. That's like really particular to the demo we are deploying. So here I'm upgrading. I don't know why it took a snapshot, but yeah. So if I try again, yeah, you see here I get an error, invalid number, and that's because special tabs, let's call it like that, are not automatically, or they are converted in a special form, because in the data store of Juno, it's a blob. So the data is encoded on the front end before being sent to the back end, and when you want to read in the back end, you have to decode the data too. And to handle special type like bigint, principal, and so on, you have to encode those in a special way. But no worries, it's all handled. So on the front end side, you don't really pay attention to it, you just use bigint and it's fine. But then what you do on your backend side, instead of using a number that doesn't represent a bigint, what you do is you use a doc data bigint, which is a type provided by Juno. And this will wrap the bigint. Likewise, if for example we would have like a principal into this request, here we would do our principal, that would be the name of the variable, and here we would have like a doc data principal, right? Okay. And once you have wrapped that, it should be possible to get it, but here we want to print the value, and the value is an object, so here we have to get the value. Okay, and that should do. Super. So let's upgrade. Okay, and now if we redo the same thing, oop, at least I'm consistent in my typing mistake. Yes, you see, here it worked out. Okay, and I have to say that I opened recently some issue on the website. If anybody is willing, has the will to help. And one thing which is interesting is having a list of all these functions that we are using, and there isn't such a section yet on the website. You can find it on create.io, but it's not listed, so it would be nice to have that. And there are a few other good first issue, by the way. If you are interested, jump in. And yeah, so I'm gonna commit this, right? Okay, I think we are good. Then last week we also started implementing connection with the ledger, where we used an IC-CDK call. IC-CDK is a create provided by the foundation, right? And you can find all the documentation on Docker.rs, blah blah blah. And we are querying the ledger. We are using ICRC1 balance off, which is a standardized way to get the balance for a particular account, and the account is an owner, a principal, and a sub-account. In our mechanism here, we don't use yet sub-account, so we are fine with just using the account. So here we had something like account from the caller, and we requested that. However, here I guess we get 0 because, of course, the caller, which is the person signed it here, has no balance yet. By the way, nowhere I show a balance because I'm connecting the wallet, which himself has a balance, right? I'm connecting this wallet. So maybe to test the function, maybe we can try to just to query that, right? So actually we have two ways to do that, but let's start the easy way. So what we gonna do here is, just as a try, we're gonna, that's the principal, I guess. Yes. So we will let wallet owner, let's call it like that, and we do a principal from tick and dot unwrap, I guess. No, not even. It doesn't throw an error. Ooh. Let me check what I did when I prepared this demo. From text. Okay, and unwrap. Yes. Unwrap. Okay. And here we're gonna use this one. Alright. So if I build, I don't know why. If anyone knows this answer, Rust Rover on my machine always automatically import the inner type of Candid, which should not be used. And I don't know why it does that, the auto import. I don't know if it's, I don't know. Like, see, if anyone has the answer of how to prevent this to happen, I would appreciate if you ping me. Alright, so here again I deploy. Alright, and if everything works now, when I redo, instead of 0, we should get the balance of that wallet. So let's try that. Okay, so if you have a look here, you see here now we have the balance 5499 549968 blah blah blah. So indeed it works. So our connection with the ledger works as expected. Yeah, it's good. It's good that something worked today. Cool. So yeah, in our flow, okay, here we have the flow. So what we do, we reclaim blah blah, and we ask the satellite to get the ICP. So basically first we ask the user of the wallet to approve some ICP, and then it's our satellites that will effectively get the money for itself. Yes. So I mean, when we gonna get those ICP, we gonna do a transfer from, not a transfer. This means that we will transfer things here from this one. So we should have a look what are the parameters we need to do that. Alright, so I'm not sure exactly where are those types. I guess we installed those types. So do we have them here? Transfer, more, transfer error, blah blah blah. It's maybe one level up, I guess. Yes, transfer from. So we're gonna need from, to, amount, Yeah, I think that's a good start, right? I have to say I never implemented that in the backend. That's why I'm kind of thinking at the same times that as we do, right? And no, we don't have sub account. Okay, so 2, I suggest that we say we transfer the ICP to the satellites because it's the satellites that will do the top up. Why not? I could have said that I send them to my own pocket. It's maybe not too bad because then yeah, it doesn't matter. We can always finalize that. But we need the from, and the from is the owner of the wallet. So instead of having here hard coded, we kind of need to know this in the payload of the request, right? So this means that here when we get a status with the ICP amount, we also need to know let's call it wallet owner. It's not a too bad name actually. Yeah, all right. Oh, why did that close everything? Anyway, doc principal, and we add the same times for our front end. So in our front end here we also gonna have the wallet owner, which gonna be a principal. Okay. Yes. Okay. And so that's gonna be no from. Account we know, amount we have. Fee we can calculate that. I think we don't have a memo. And created at, I'm not sure we need that field. Let's try without. Okay. So on the front end side, now I've got an issue here because when I submit, when the front end here, where we are here, gonna save the request, it needs to pass that new wallet owner things. So here we gonna add the wallet owner, let's call it like that, which is the principal, right? And here we put the wallet owner. Okay. Then where is that? That's called here, and here do we have already it? We have the wallet, we have the ICRC account, and the ICRC account is, so we approve our satellites to do the transfer, and the account here is our, okay. So instead of that, here we're gonna do that. And here I will just take the owner. Okay, so we're gonna do owner, wallet owner. Okay, and here we can just pass the account. All right, so now when I make a request, the wallet owner will be saved, and yeah, it's not too bad. So let's build here types, this one. So I'm gonna deploy the backend. Right, and here we go to the test, but I will also open the console so that we can visually see how it looks like. Ah, but I'm stupid. I need to go locally. And the console doesn't run right now, so I'm just gonna start it. Right, so alright. Okay. Okay, we are set. So hey, bonjour. Hi everybody. Just seeing your message now. Alright, so tac, we connect the wallet and I make a request. Okay, and let's see if it works. Okay, so now if I go to the data store, in the request I should have a new entry, so we're gonna filter or sort by created at. Yes, and you see here we have, that's interesting, we don't have the ICP amount. Oh, or maybe it's just the display. That should not be a string, but yeah, we have the amount and our wallet owner, and I think it's correct, right? Yeah, that's the one. And now if we check what we had here, we have no error, but we don't use that yet. So here we're gonna do, we have the data, so here this, there is a new request swap from for, and here we're gonna do data dot wallet owner dot to text, dot value, not to text, I guess. Yes, and here we have a principal there. All right. Okay, so now we don't have a constant anymore, and if we redo the same thing, I should see all right. So okay, so let's try again. Tac. That was a bit fast. Okay. Yeah, it worked out. Oula. Oh, sorry. Apologies. So there is a new swap coming for the value. So that's not too bad. So I think we can save that. So it pass, yeah, owner from frontend to backend. Okay. All right. So okay. If let how does that work? If balance dot is none, I think it's a result, right? Yeah. So if balance dot is None. Ah, no. It's a result. All right. So it's a result, at least. So if let if we don't have one, no, let's do one more. Something is funky in my chain of command here, because here I should not have. Okay, so because I still want to keep that that check, I think it's interesting to, even though we have an approve, to not go straight. Like maybe we can do later, but you know, like having something like if balance is smaller than ICP amount, then we already know that we cannot do anything. But yeah, you can do that later. So let's try to implement the transfer from. So here we're gonna have I'm just gonna copy that to get started. So we're gonna have an ICRC transfer from. Okay, and what did we say? We want to transfer from an account, so ledger ID, of course, from account. Okay, and we also want the amount. We say ICP, yeah, ICP amount, which is, oh, I don't remember, but let's see, where was the type? Here. So let's create the arcs here. Right. So what do we say? Ah, not. Okay. So amount is the ICP amount. Okay. From, that's our from account. To, that's our self, we says. So let's create a to account where we says that the destination is the satellite. So the ID of the satellite as the owner. Why not? Okay, to account. What do we have now? I'm not sure of this param. We're gonna have to check out. I'm gonna have to check, but for now and for testing purpose, we're gonna go full none. Okay, and then we're gonna do this, but that's not gonna be an ICRC1 balance off. That will be a transfer from. So what's again that ledger ID? I think every time I say that I forget. What's the ID? Ah, here. So ICRC transfer from. Oh, it's quite a complicated answer. I guess we have a type then somewhere. Create. So let's search those types here. Where is the link? Ah. Okay, so let's let's search the code of the foundation then. And I want to search for transfer from. Looks like it's always the same. Okay, so let's do something like that. No, that's an ICRC one send. It's not what we are looking to do. Is there not a better example? Don't tell me there is no result type. Error. Yeah. Where is... Fuck me. So... Alright. Do we have that in noisy? Ah, thank you. Alright. So, as a result, we get okay is a not transfer error. Okay, so where was I? So here I should pass the arcs. Here I should pass this, and here I should have a not again. Probably not. Let's see. Let's try. I mean, euro. Okay, so we say that. So here we gonna do just gonna push this, the same stuff. So ICRC transfer from, and here what do we have? We have the ledger, the from account. From account is this one. Yes, I can rename it from account, right? You scream if I do something wrong. And the amount is this one. But how do I does that work? Or it's a try from? Did I? Okay, so failed to call ICRC ledger balance of ICRC transfer from, and failed to execute the transfer from. YOLO result, and here let's parse the result. Result of the transfer from is, and maybe it works. Okay, so how do I parse that not? Every time I forget how to do that. From. Alright. Yeah. I do the stuff, but I mean, it's probably gonna need a round of review of security before I go live, right? I just do a from, but yeah. Generally speaking, when you convert number, it's better to be sure that there is not like, I don't know, like you introduce 1000 and then it's 1 million or something like that. It's gonna be quite a difference, right? Even if it's capped by the approval. Anyway. All right. So let's see if it's scream or what it says. Okay, that's weird. There was an error, I guess. But okay. And why did I no stack trace, nothing? What did I do? It's because I trap, I guess. So if we go to the console in the function here, yeah, that's right. Now there is a new swap. Here we have it. So failure to decode argument 0 from the canister. Yeah, of course. So that means that so good thing is that work, but this type here is wrong. Failure to decode canister response, failure to blah blah from table, blah blah. So again, if you know or if you have an example, just ping me, because I never implemented a transfer from in the backend. It's really come on. So that's probably the reason. So let's try again. So that should be this one. Yeah, there, you see here. I don't know whose cipher bubble. That's cool. So let's try again. I should stop making snapshot every time. I connect. Yeah, it's a bit weird, but insufficient allowance. Okay, we are coming somewhere, right? Yeah, it's because there are fees. So I guess like here, if I ask for this, so I can actually transfer this minus the fees, right? So either we take a bit less or we ask for a bit more. So just let's not think too much here. So what we're gonna do is here user amount, approve and request. I have nowhere the fees. Really funny. So assert. Okay. The fee, we use the transfer fee. So just to make like super simple stuff, what we're gonna do is here user amount is a string, and here when we validate that we have the fee. So what we're gonna do is I gonna it covers amount plus fee, which is good. I guess I'm not sure actually, it's kind of weird. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm telling bullshit. And maybe it's not correct what I'm saying. So let's just have a try. Let smaller amount. Just call it like that, and we're gonna do this. Okay, and here we do that just to have a try. It's interesting. It's a bit new territory because I always take care of implementing frontend and stuff, but I never implemented that swap features with approve and transfer from in one of my own projects. So yeah, I hope the stream remains relatively interesting despite me having to go through this iteration, but at least for me it's interesting. Once again, I've been signing off here. Right. So we did not change that, right? But yeah, that's the reason. You see here we have result of the transfer was okay. So we should, yeah, I did not pay attention, but here wasn't. Let's try with so 63. So here let's request 63, and that should yeah, you know, it's hard to right. So I approve, right, and if we yeah, it works it out. You see here the balance went down. So indeed it works out, and we're gonna have a look at that. And just to know what we are doing a bit, it's like we see that the owner wallet went down, but we do not see that's the wallet owner. We did not see the destination going up. So what we can do is, oh man, I should really have a cleaner function because that starts to be really verbose. So here we're gonna call it satellite balance, okay? And here we're gonna ask the balance. A bit of cleanup. From 2. Maybe it's a bit also cleaner to so that in the color I can use those without caring too much. Okay, doesn't matter. And here we're gonna also, oh nice, I would have expected it to complain here. Interesting. So here we want the balance of the destination account, and we're gonna print this is now the balance of the satellite. Yes. Clean up. All right, so let's close this, refresh that to the connection, and here we're gonna ask for 0.9, right? And yeah, you see, it incremented. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, so we are almost good for today. The only things I think we should do is like in the process that we are implementing is, well, it's gonna be a bit short. Or we have time. Let me think 2 seconds and I explain what we need to do. Or maybe just add to-dos and we do that next week. So let's add some things that I might do this week or we might just do next week. So one, I clean up this story of including the amount of the fees within the allowed amount, right? Okay. And one thing that is missing here is, all right, so now here we have transferred money from the ledger to the satellite, but I mean the person that has the satellite have sent, the person that have the wallet have sent money to the satellite, but has nothing in return right now, right? So it's just like, yeah, give me your money basically. And on one end, we want to really implement the swap. On the other, we also want to keep track of those things, because if that person complains and says, yeah, I mean, they can show that they have a proof that, look, this happened on the ledger, that's at that date, blah, blah, blah. But on our end, we probably have some sort of bookkeeping when we say, okay, there was a request, we transfer an amount, now we did a swap, it failed, it succeeded, and so on and so on. So I think it's good to update some sort of status bookkeeping to keep track of the request and transfer. And when that is done, we effectively gonna implement swap effectively. How many L? Yeah. And finally, I'm not sure we can manage to do that everything next week, but finally we also update again some sort of status, because we want to save if it succeeded or if error, right? And at this point we're gonna be fine. And yeah, clean include, and here maybe I will add also cleanup code, because like it's lots of duplication with the map error, blah blah blah. It's all the time the same thing. It's a bit annoying. So it would be probably a bit more readable if I would have just one line for each request, right? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Given the number of bugs I faced today, I think it didn't work that badly. So we had a look on how to handle types like bigint and principal on Juno. Then we played a bit with the balance to get the balance of the wallet and so on. We passed more information, and then we implemented that transfer from, where we actually send ICP from the ledger to the satellite. So if I take this one, we are here now, right? And yeah, we close to the completion. So as always, if you have question, ping me anytime, and enjoy your week. Bye bye.